Hi, Mark Victorsen from Pacific Golf Club. Just thought I'd do a little product review on the new Taylormade drivers, the M3 and the M4, and they are quite different. The M3 that Jason Day's using on tour has an adjustable weight port here where you've got two adjustable weights, discretionary weights that you can either move a little bit more to the heel or the toe depending upon whether you're a fader or a drawer of the ball, and also you can move one of the weights back to create a little bit more spin. But certainly the M3 is a slightly smaller and lower spin rate than the M4 driver that Dustin Johnson's using. So both of these clubs have quite a revolutionary feature, a thing called a twist face.
So what happens if I love to hit a duck hook where I hit it high off the toe? How's this club going to help me?
Well, the new twist face, what they've done, they've found with a whole lot of testing real golfers as opposed to robots, because when you line up and you start hitting the ball with a robot and hit it in the middle of the face, they all go pretty much the same. But you know, the reality is, where do we hit the club more often than not? We're not tour players per se, most of our golfers at a club. So if you hit it high on the toe, in a traditional club, there's this bulge and roll on the face. So the face rolls that way and it also rolls this way. If you catch it high on the toe, typically that produces a pretty quick hook, okay, low spin hook, sort of a diver that goes left. What they've done with the face, they've physically twisted the face around, they've changed the dynamics of that bulge and roll, and they've created more loft out here on the toe of the golf club. So if you hit it a bit high on the toe, it'll get it airborne more and it'll take some of that quick hook out of it. So it's quite a feature if you're somebody who's a high toe player. Conversely, if you hit the ball in the heel of the club, what they've done there is they've actually closed the face a little bit, so that normally a heel strike will create quite a bit of slice to the right, okay, a high spin slice to the right. So they've actually taken a little bit of loft off the heel and also closed the face, and effectively what's happened is they've found that it reduces, say, a high toe or a low heel. What used to be, say, a 14-yard variation, it's down to 1 yard. So it's quite a revolution in club face technology, and I think the way those tour players are driving the ball now, it's representative of how much more simple it is becoming with this sort of technology.
Can we see you hit one then?
Okay, well, I'll have a go with the M3 first. It's the one with the adjustable weight ports. A little bit lower spin driver, this one. Give this M4 a crack. Personally, I like the shape of the M4 a little bit better. It's a little bit bigger head, gives me a bit more confidence. And I think that's part of the deal too. If you like the look of it, you like the shape of it, for me, certainly this one, and I've hit a few shots with each of these clubs, you know, in the last couple of weeks, but the M4 for me, I think, feels much better than the M3. That's not saying anything against the M3, because some of the players that I've tested, they hit the M3 just great. So I think it's important that you find the right one. That's what that fitting process is about.